I don't know. I don't know. It's people thinking
But Igor, you remember when we were talking and I told you, because, as you know, I worked in government, and I said that I was afraid that Biden was going to start a war with Russia. And I remember people telling me not to say that months ago, but here we are. There's a proxy war. How did it make you feel when you saw the 40 billion sail through Congress? Because you live in Los Angeles as well. I mean, 40 billion towards weapons in Ukraine. Now it's 53 billion. And then last week, another 800 million. And of course, they're not doing anything for the American people. They don't have any money for that.
So what is your thought? This is not for Ukraine. So this is, if you read that bill carefully, you understand, okay. Oh, wow, this is actually practically going to NATO, going to American producers of weapons, etc., etc. It's actually, this is money used not for Ukrainians. There's a very little part of this 40 billions coming to Ukrainian, and they, of course, they're gonna steal it. But they will arrange the big flow of weaponry in Ukraine. And this is the problem, because this weaponry not gonna heal people, that's gonna kill people. So if you trying to extinguish the fire, throwing the gas in the fire, this is exactly what they're doing. So they don't want Ukraine to end the war as faster as possible. They wanted that Ukrainians fight with Russia until last Ukrainian. And strategically, this is not some kind of joke. This is a strategy that Putin announced, that MAD strategy to prevent anyone from NATO country to involve in this conflict underground. And everybody take this message very seriously. So, in a speed of our financial help, we already faster than we was in Afghanistan. But you remember how it's ended up in Afghanistan, because weapons do not fight, people fight. Right. And Ukraine taking huge losses, nuclear strategy, nuclear deterrence strategy, not allowing any foreign boots on the ground, only mercenaries. And after that, rebellious republics start prosecuting and penalty for the mercenaries' death, and they have no moratorium on a death penalty. So I think people are gonna think if they need to go there, because if they're gonna capture it and if they're mercenaries, they're gonna be executed. So strategically thinking, Ukraine is doomed. Now this narrative start pumping up everywhere, popping up in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and even White House. That Biden start throwing Zelensky under the bus, saying, I told him, he don't listen to me. And Zelensky was upset. He said, wow, this is you responsible with our failures. You not close the air, you not deliver the sanction up front, you not deliver our weapon up front. So now Ukraine standing in position, there's a very, very unethical and immoral position. They start commanding, they start demanding why, Tara, why is it? First of all, they believe in their own lies. When Russia decides to retreat from Kiev and Kharkov, and they announce it in advance, and they retreat in the order, Ukraine start claiming this as a victory. And after we repel Russians, we liberate the Kiev. No, you don't. It's a Russians retreat. That was their strategic maneuver, because they stand in Kiev to allow from the military perspective, they just want Ukrainian troops standing in Kiev, be ready to battle, and do not. And this time they go through the south. This was just a maneuver. Ukrainian claim it as a victory, and after that they start believing this. We are a victorious army. We're gonna beat Russia. No, they not. They never gonna beat the force what's 10 times bigger. And what's happening? What's the result of this war? What the result of this war in the world? We have an energy crisis. We are officially in a bear market. We 20% loss of all our stock market. Our gas price crazy. It never was so high. And we we facing stagflation. Inflation is not the baddest things in economy. Stagflation, when inflation and recession come together, that's really bad.
Right.
So we probably that when I'm reading that the best investment now, this is a 10 can of tuna. I believe that.